Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Houlihan's, where we do our Georgia Alabama Sports Live show once a month. Thrift Behringer here with my guy, Big Rich, the Rambler in town, baby. And we got a great show in store for you here. We do this once a month, and we're going to even be dropping the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week. Big Rich, how are you doing, man?
I'm just fantastic. We're back here at Houlihan's again. I'm excited just to be here talking sports.
So we got a lot we're going to be getting into. We're going to do the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week here in just a moment. We also are going to be dropping our rankings. We got a local celebrity that's going to be joining us here as well, so cannot wait for her to come on and talk some sports as well, Richard. So thank you again to Houlihan's, Ginger Surprise, Valley Hospitality for their incredible work and being our sponsor and allowing us and being a partner of ours and bringing you the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week, Richard, which, again, you can vote every week on Instagram. Polls have closed, and we got a major upset, man, and who the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week is, Rich. But we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Yeah, and we had 3 great highlights, and we really want to thank Ginger Surprise and everybody at Valley Hospitality, especially here at Houlihan's. They have great food. I know I can't wait to dig in and get some of this great food, but just come on down and join us. This great atmosphere.
We got some wings coming for you, Rich. We got some ribeye steak coming for you, man. You like good food. You like a good time. You see the people here. We're going to be here for the next 30, 45 minutes. We even got Ricky Rogers out of the house. Old man Ricky Rogers is out here trying to have fun.
Let's go.
We got an incredible crew. We're going to take a quick break, but before we do that, we're going to announce the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week. Big Chris, roll it.
Kicking it off for Hardaway, and we are underway. And Andrew Smith takes it at the 5. He makes a cut. He's at the 10. He's got an open hole. Andrew Smith's at the 40, the 50, 40. He will not be caught. It is a touchdown for the Columbus Blue Devils, and we're not even 15 seconds into the game.
I think the biggest upset is that Richard's call won over mine, and I'm telling you, the odds were, I'm talking about Alabama and Vanderbilt 10 years ago, and Big Rich, you're pulling it off. Columbus High, great call, man. Great play by Andrew Smith, and congratulations to Columbus High Andrew Smith kickoff return for winning the Highlight of the Week. What are you speechless right now, man?
I'm stunned that this was got the most votes because personally I thought that the play of the year
is shocked right now. He had no idea.
Look. Just the impact of the game. Carver is down 7-2 to Sumter County, and Sebastian Hurd throws a dime.
Listen, this is
to
about
Marte
you.
Sears.
It's about you. It's about your call, that play. Talk about it. And the Columbus High Blue Devils, who you interviewed Robert Peters today, the most improved team in this area.
Yeah, they're 6-1. They beat Hardaway 38-6 in the Midtown Showdown, and people were probably still in line at concessions, getting their Chick-fil-A and getting. They weren't even in their seats yet. And Andrew Smith gets a kickoff return 15 seconds into the game for the touchdown to go up 7-0. And I think the call is like when you have a kickoff return, you're setting up, you know, like the 30, the 40, and then I kind of say, like, people weren't even in their seats. It wasn't even 15 seconds into the game, and Columbus is already up 6-0. So I knew that the call was really set up perfect for me. It was really a softball, and, you know, that's where the excitement and really that Joe Tessitore over-the-top play-by-play comes out.
Everybody does it. We love what we do. And because of that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, don't go anywhere. Braden Holders told me he's got some rankings that we're dropping right now in Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back after this.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Welcome back, everyone, live from Houlihan's. Big Rich, Thrift, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Rankings time, and I just heard, where they at? Where they at?
Where are they?
Well, here they are right now. Throw them up, Big Chrissy. All right, let's start with softball. So, we got some people that are actually done right now, but had a good seasons. We'll start with number 5, Columbus High. They played today. Richard, did you get an update on their scores?
Trying to get an update. I know they had a home game.
Well, while you look that up, I'll continue on with the rankings, Richard. I know they had to host a game, 11-15. Shaw also hosted today, Richard.
They were taking on Sumter County. And Columbus actually did defeat Drew Charter in both games today, 20-0.
Wow.
In both games.
How about the Columbus Blue Devils moving on to the second round? They're one round away from making it to GHSA.
Another team probably on the outskirts of our rankings, number 6, the Hardaway Hawks. They were able to get 2 road victories as they were able to beat Miller Grove, a team that was 17-4. Hardaway ends up beating them in 2 games.
Nice job by Hardaway, making it on. We expect Shaw too. We could have 3 Muscogee County schools, but not a 4th. Northside will finish their season 24-9. They lost to Marist, Richard. A very tough Marist team. Northside, great season for them. Coach Karastory's team comes up short in the first round. They go finish 24-9. Now, Calvary, they play tomorrow for a state champion, not state championship, but play in the state tournament. 8 teams in the 4A classification. Calvary's 22-2 on the season. Coach Allstead team, the favorite, number 1 ranked team in 4A.
Yeah, they are the number 1 seed in the 4A bracket. They are going to take on Stratford Academy. We could possibly see a second round matchup against the defending 4A champions, Tatnall Square, because they are the 4 seed, and it's a tough bracket that Calvary's in. They got to play Strong Rock, George Walton, who was the runner-up last year, First Presbyterian Day. I mean, it's a gauntlet of a schedule in 4A. But the good thing is Calvary is playing at home. They are going to be at South Common Softball Complex in front of their Calvary fans, and I'm excited, and I can't wait.
You're going to be on the call, too, Saturday. How about that, Rich?
I'm going to be on the call, yeah.
Big Rich, GIAA Voices, man. By the way, you can watch Inside the GIAA. It aired earlier tonight at 8 o'clock. The number 1 team who just obliterated their, I think it was North Springs they played on Monday.
They really did.
Double-digit wins in both games. Run rule. Harris County 27-4, 1 round away from going back to the state tournament. They're the defending champions. They're the number 1 team in our area.
Yeah, and they play Cambridge next on Monday, games 1 and 2. A game 3, if necessary, is going to be at home. And if they win, if they beat Cambridge.
So they won the coin toss, so they get to host.
They won the coin toss. If they beat Cambridge, they're going back to South Commons to play in the GHSA state tournament. 8 teams, double elimination bracket, and trying to defend that title, trying to go back-to-back. And that would be 4 straight softball championships for Coach Brandon Jenkins.
All right, let's come on back now. And I want everybody to see me and see Richard's beautiful face. We love ranking things, and we rank more than just football teams.
Yes,
as you
do.
see, we just did softball. We're about to do volleyball. But I want to say this, man. Listen, everybody out there wants to be keyboard warrior, talking, and they got their opinions on every single team. I'll tell you this, and I'm not trying to brag, but I don't think anybody ingratiates themselves more inside high school sports than Big Rich and Thrift Behringer. So we try to give our best insight possible, but remember, this is an opinion-based poll. So if you have a different opinion, comment right now and let us know.
There you go.
It's okay if you disagree. That's the point of doing rankings. And by the way, I want to shout out my team here right now. We got a dream team of producers that are making this show possible. Chris, thought volleyball. It's not the final volleyball rankings because
Not the final.
we still got some GHSA schools that are playing, but we got the GIAA schools that are finished up. Number 10, Hardaway. They are out. They lost in the playoffs.
They did lose in the playoffs.
Number 9, Kendrick. How did Coach Long's team do?
They are out. They lost in the playoffs too, but they had a great season, 17-6. They were the 16th seed taking on the 17th seed. They got to host, but they lost in the first round and their season's over. But they had a fantastic season. And by the way, congratulations to Coach Angela Long. She was Coach of the Year for the region.
Unbelievable.
Great
job.
for
And
Coach
she did an
Angela
amazing
Long.
job at turning that program 17-6, 17 wins, an impressive feat for sure. Number 8, Harris County, 30 wins by them, but they
ended up missing the playoffs because they finished 5th in the tournament.
Wow. So one of the top teams in the region in the regular season doesn't matter because they take the top 4 teams from the region
From the tournament, yeah.
And Harris County gets ousted, but 30 wins,
That's an
nothing to
incredible
hang your
season.
head down on. Great season by those County Tigers. Northside, 19-19. They did make the playoffs.
Yes,
Richard.
they did.
And we'll find out if they won. Number 6, Shaw. We know they won. Are heading to the second round.
Into the second round.
Great job by Coach Curtis Crowell and his Shaw Raiders. Glenwood, 23-20. They host in the area tournament. Beulah, Lee Scott are some of the teams with Glenwood. That'll be tomorrow, Richard. You'll be on the call, but let's go
3:30.
back to the north side.
Yeah, Northside did fall to Marist in the first round of the playoffs.
All right, and now let's go to number 5, Glenwood. Number 4, Columbus High. We thinking semifinals again for Coach Lay. It's like semifinals it's like Coach Lay is one of the
really
best
do.
coaches in this area.
I really think that they have what it takes to get back to the semifinals. I mean, remember, they got to host a quarterfinal at Columbus last year. And, they took on Terrell, had a great showing, beat them in 3 sets. They play Appling County at home this Saturday at 11 o'clock. And if they win that, because they were the number 3 overall rated seed, they're going to host a quarterfinal game. So if they can beat Appling County, they are hosting a quarterfinal game. And there is a possibility. I'm saying there might be Shaw's on the road.
Listen, Shaw can make an appearance, Richard, for
Shaw
sure.
could be playing
Now, let's
Columbus
look at
in
the
the
top 3
quarterfinal.
teams. Are all finished their seasons and done. Calvary lost in the Elite 8 to Pacelli. They finished 23-7. Coach Kendra Hawthorne, great season by them, most improved team in this area. Brookstone finishes 27-7. Coach Lee Halverson's team had an incredible year this year. Lost in the semifinals to the back-to-back state champion, Coach Kirsten Trotter, in her first year. Shannon Menifee, Anna Doe is one of the best assists and setters there are in this entire country. The Pacelli Vikings finished number 1 in our area.
Yeah, it was a team effort, not just Shannon Menifee, Anna Doe, Mayla Resnick. You had Samantha Sinabola, the freshman, Ellie Jane Hogg, Allie Vickery, the libero, and Kirsten Trotter in her first year as the head coach of the Pacelli volleyball team. And now they're in that elite group of Pacelli sports teams that have won multiple championships, to include flag football, who've won 3 in a row. You've had the girls and boys basketball team going back to back. You've had the soccer teams win multiple championships. As you can see there, the Tallulah Falls lady with frustration there as they hit it more than 3 times. And that Tallulah Falls matchup, it was a battle. Tallulah Falls took that first set. The thing that was going through my mind is, I know that Pacelli's down for the count in this first set, but they battled back. They had the confidence to know that they could rattle off 3 sets and win this thing. That was the first time that they were really tested this year. When you lose that first set, you look at the percentages, it doesn't look good to come back from being down a first set. But congratulations to the Pacelli Lady Vikings.
No doubt about it. Great job by Pacelli on finishing as the number 1 team in our area. All right, final rankings. For the first time, making an appearance. Flag football's here, and we got some rankings that we're going to be dropping here tonight. Flag football, the largest growing sport in our area, in the country. Chris, throw it up.
And I have a disclaimer. Some teams haven't played yet.
Number 10, Brookstone, has not played a game yet. Number 9, Spencer, they just lost to Shaw. Number 8, Russell County. Again, the Alabama schools have played more games. They're at 6 and 7, but a decent team.
They played a tough schedule. They've had to play Smith Station. They've had to play Central. Russell County is playing like 6A and 7A teams. But when we've seen them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, they've looked fantastic. Jada Flournoy, she's only an 8th grader. She is just an incredible flag football player.
No doubt about it. Great job by her. Number 7, Northside, Morgan Ingram's team. Number 6, Shaw, who just got a win over Spencer. You called that game. Richard, actually, Mackenzie Collins did.
Yeah.
Number 5, Carver Tigers. They played Pacelli really well.
Very
Who's
close.
Undefeated right now. Number 4, Smith Station, 7-3. I saw them last night dominate Trinity Presbyterian. Coach Mike King's team is actually pretty good in this area. Columbus, it's like they play in the state championship every year, and I think one of the best coaches, no doubt about it, is Coach.
Yeah, Coach Christian Greer.
And Greer's done an amazing job. Number 2,
yeah.
Harris County. Shout out to Rick B.
D.G.
County, number 2, and number 1 team, back to back to back. Pacelli Vikings, state champions. All they do is win, no matter what. You're probably going to see them again in Macon.
There's no question
They
about
are
it.
number 1.
And I do want to say, even though they lost Michaela Hosley, who was all-world flag,
Kayla Hosley was a star.
she was a star, but they still have – Grace Smith is still on the team. You have KK Jackson. You've got great flag football players. Coach Cochran does such a great job with that team. And they are the favorites in the GIAA. They would be playing November 20th at Mount DeSales if they can get there. But the key is to win in the playoffs and try to get back there so they can win their fourth straight championship.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh, man.
Those are our rankings. You'll see them on our Instagram and Facebook. Make sure to go and like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we got some guests that are going to be hopping on here. It's live from Houlihan's. We do every month on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Glenn Smith Truck Month is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Check them out. Full-size GMC Sierras up to $14,500 off. GMC Canyons up to $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing, plus no payments until next year. At Glenn Smith GMC Opelika. Now in our 33rd year. Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Thurb Behringer here, and I am with local celebrity and now a new addition to the team, Mackenzie Collins. Mackenzie, thank you so much for being here and joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited, and I love being a part of this group. I've got a lot of things going, and I'm excited to be here. And I do a little bit on WTVM, sports, news, a little bit of everything there. So I'm glad to add on to my skills
Well,
here.
how about this? Instead of just giving a quick synopsis right now and the Cliff Notes, how about you just tell everyone where you're from, what led you here to Columbus, Georgia, how'd you get at WTVM, and what's your ultimate goal here in this business? So, floor is yours. Tell your story to everyone here in the community.
All right, well, hello, everyone. I am Mackenzie Collins. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, went to Auburn, got a journalism degree, and been working here in Columbus for WTVM for the past 2.5 years. And I see myself doing a little bit of everything. I love calling games. I love infield reporting. I love sports anchoring. Would love to work for an NFL team or college football athletic program. So anything, honestly. Just going to see where life takes me.
I love it, and I love that you get to call games with us here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, so that's awesome. So let's start with that, and we'll talk about some of the games you've been able to call, some flag football and some softball, but football is what you really get to cut your teeth in. And right now, Carver looks like a team that can go back-to-back, doesn't it?
For sure, yeah. I was actually at that game 2 years ago when they played against Bowdoin, and they lost to Bowdoin in that championship game. They got the win last year, got the revenge, and I believe they were able to take it all again this year. I was doing some quick math just right behind me. Carver is actually outscoring opponents 340 to 57, averaging 42.5 points. So they look pretty unstoppable, especially getting that big win over Sumter County last week. And 2 more games to go, and I think they can take this regular season and be undefeated.
No doubt about it. And so Carver undefeated right now. How about another team? And you're actually going to be covering them on Friday night. Riddle County, they play for a region championship. They're undefeated. They're one of their best seasons in a long time.
And it's really being spearheaded by their quarterback, Bryson Riggins. I was able to actually watch Coach Griggs and the boys when he first got to Russell County a couple years ago, and he told me the mantra is going to be Rise Up Warriors. So the first year didn't go as planned, getting a 3-6 record. Second year, able to squeeze out, I believe, 4 to 5 wins, but this year, an undefeated season. And the sky is the limit. I actually also talked to the athletic director there, Coach Larry Knox, and he told Coach Griggs before the season even started, it's second round of playoffs or nothing. But I think they could even go further than that and take the championship.
Yeah, and 6A, which is going to be tough. Clay Chalkville are some of the big-time teams that are there, but Russell County, incredible season. We're going to be there, Pike Row, Russell County, to call that region championship on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Finally, Mackenzie, let's talk some college football. You like Auburn. You graduated from Auburn. And Auburn had a tough one against Georgia. What's your thoughts on Hugh Freeze and the Tigers?
Well, he's got to get this next game. I mean, coaches always say next game, next play, but I truly believe if you don't get this next win, especially it being at home, and they're already talking about your job is on the line, you got to pull out the win. You've got Kentucky at home, you've got Mercer at home, then you've got the Iron Bowl at home. So there is hope, but again, one game at a time. You got to focus on the task at hand. It's Missouri.
Yeah, and they need to beat Missouri. If they're able to beat Missouri, they have chances. They got at Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Mercer, all winnable games, and of course they finish off with Alabama at home. So we'll see if the Auburn Tigers can do that. Mackenzie, you love talking sports, you love covering sports. We appreciate you being part of the team. You'll probably hear a voice that is not familiar on Georgia Alabama Sports Live these last couple of weeks. She's called flag football, volleyball, and softball, and we're even going to get on football too. Thank you so much for being with us, and you can see her all the time on WTVM. When are you airing on WTVM? Is that weekends? Kind of tell everyone where they can find you on social media and stuff.
Yeah, so this weekend I've got a really cool opportunity. I'm going to the game of the week for college football. It's Ole Miss, Georgia. So if you want to watch those highlights shot by me and then also some game analysis, you can watch WTVM at 11 on Saturday night.
Her name is Mackenzie Collins. She's a part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got more here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show from Houlihan's. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, live from Houlihan's Restaurant and Bar. And I am here with Brett Taylor. We've known Brett for a couple of years now. He does the GIAA. Yep. You're part of the Westfield School broadcast from Middle Georgia Sports Network. And by the way, we are simulcasting the upcoming Brookstone Westfield School live at Perry. Middle Georgia Sports Network is going to be broadcasting it, and they're going to allow it to have it on our platform. So we are excited about that. Brett, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you. Call you Big Rich, I guess. Richard Holdridge. Just enjoy working with y'all as always.
And I know you're down here because we have a huge softball tournament at the South Common Softball Complex for the GIAA. Before we get into that, talk about how you got involved in the GIAA, how long you've been doing Middle Georgia Sports Network, and really your broadcasting experience.
Yeah, so a buddy of mine and I started broadcasting back when we were in college, actually at Georgia Southern, doing radio broadcasts for, believe it or not, Bullock Academy way back in the day. And that's kind of how we got into it. And then we kind of branched out, on our own when we back in Warner Robins in the Middle Georgia area, and started doing Westfield games. Audio the first year, and then kind of got into the streaming broadcasting side of things. So just been doing it since about 2013 now. So almost 13 years in some form, whether audio or video. And then as far as the GIAA goes, originally started, I want to say in 2016, started out doing GISA. That's what the association was then. Game started out with actually a baseball championship at Georgia College in Milledgeville, and then just kind of our connection with Clint Morgan from Bullock Academy back in our college days kind of tied us in. Clint's still with the association now with GIAA. Obviously, his brother Tony's a big part of GIAA.TV. So that's kind of my journey in broadcast and how we got going, and we're kind of doing a lot of the same things that Georgia Alabama Sports Live is doing over here in the Chattahoochee Valley. We're doing it in Middle Georgia.
Yeah, we appreciate the partnership that we've had with you, Brett, and we thank you so much for helping us out on several of our broadcasts. When we have 6 live streams, it's Brett and his team that comes over and helps us out. So we really appreciate that very much, and we're going to return the favor for you next year. But talk about Middle Georgia sports, which is going to be Middle Georgia Sports Live. I know that the goal is to try to do more than just Westfield School.
Right.
There's a lot of great high school in Macon. You got Houlihan County. I mean, you have all the GIAA schools, Stratford, FPD, Tatnall, Mount of Sales. You also have John Millage. How about Peach County? I mean, it's a hidden gem over there in Middle Georgia. So just talk about just the talent in Middle Georgia and some of the teams.
Yeah, I just think that, like a lot of towns in the state of Georgia, obviously in Alabama as well. Just football's kind of king. But you've also got with Macon being kind of in the center of the state, you've also got Warner Robins, a big town south of Macon with the Air Force Base there. You have a lot of influx of different types of folks, different types of backgrounds, and a lot of different sports and a lot of different resources. And so there's just an abundance, it seems like. I mean, softball's going on right now. You're seeing it with GIAA, with a lot of Middle Georgia schools will be in the tournament this weekend. You've got volleyball, where there's a lot of that stuff kind of developing and building up. But I always say football kind of writes the checks, if you will. And all these other sports have kind of built up over the years. I know you mentioned Houston County; they have been extremely impressive in baseball over the years. They're just a powerhouse. They played in the state championship last year. They won it a few years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a great place, kind of like the Columbus area for sports, and a lot of activity for kids to get involved in, and a lot of great schools that are out there. You mentioned a lot of GIAA schools, but you've got a lot of Macon schools that are really good. You got Howard in Macon and Rutland and West Side of Macon, a lot of those schools, and obviously Warner Robins North Side, Houston County veterans, and Perry.
Mary Persons over in Forsyth.
Mary Persons, yeah, and Pete, you mentioned Peach County. They have been a dominant program over the years, and so obviously as we move into some potential new ventures next year and kind of expand things over there, we would love to be able to get to cover a lot of those different schools and kind of bring that action to everybody out on the web.
Yeah, no question about it. That would be exciting. But you're here because in the next 3 days, the GIAA is going to be here in Columbus. We have the South Commons Softball Complex is going to be hosting all 4 classifications of the GIAA State Championships. It's 8 teams per classification, a total of 32 teams. Double elimination tournament, and it's kicking right off in multiple fields. Talk about the logistics of getting everything going. I know the championships are going to be on Saturday,
right,
where Thrift and I are going to be part of GIAA.TV on the play-by-play, but those first 2 days, I mean, you have all these teams playing on multiple fields, so there's just a lot of logistics that goes into that. Just talk about that as a producer and what that entails.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, you're going to have all 8 fields at South Commons between the hours of 10 and probably 6 p.m. with games going. So that means in each time slot, 10, 12, 2, and 4, you're going to have 8 games going on. So a total of 32 on Thursday. It'll slim down a little bit as the double elimination starts to eliminate teams. I want to say we have somewhere in the 22 to 24 games on Friday. And then obviously, as you mentioned, we have a possibility of up to 8 games on Saturday with the championship series. So logistically speaking,
you didn't know that
you've got Lord,
but these are not yours.
I wish they were mine. But you talked about the logistics. You've got just obviously we've got when you talk about sports broadcasts, as y'all experienced here in the Chattahoochee Valley with Georgia Alabama Sports Live, the multiple broadcasts at one time. We've got to pull that off 8 different broadcasts during a time slot. So
because you pull that off, we bring you food.
What is this, steak?
By the way, ribeye steak. One of the fantastic.
Don't dump it on the floor.
You can get here at Houlihan's ribeye steak.
So talking about pulling it off, he's going to need to pull that plate off, or else I'm going to eat the rest of it. But you've got 8 games at one time, so that means 8 broadcasts, and you got to do that in 4 different time slots throughout the day. Each day. So we've spent today setting up each of those fields to be able to accomplish that. And then Saturday is kind of the icing on the cake, I call it, because it's where we get that full broadcast where we're bringing you multiple camera angles. We're bringing you all the play-by-play action with on-air talent. And it's a fun experience. If you've never experienced softball, if you can't get out to see it in person at South Commons, you need to experience it through GIAA.TV. It's a really, really cool event.
Yeah, and I know that the team that you normally cover, Westfield School, was part of that 26-18 marathon on that opposing field, because they have the main stadium,
right?
And then because if you go through the winners bracket and you don't lose any games, if you lose that game, you still got to play another game. So
Right.
they'll have a separate field. We're calling Tatnall George Walton,
yes,
and I know that you were like talking about how great this game was. Like Westfield School and Piedmont were in this marathon, and it was just great having the fans up in the top of the bleachers getting to watch both games.
Yeah, and I mentioned that before, the experience that it's not really amphitheater, but it's almost kind of that same environment.
Sorry, guys, again. Flatbread from Christina here at Houlihan. Get a zoom in on that, Chris. Absolutely delicious.
Oh. Party foul, Thrift. Party foul.
And this is why I stick to talking sports, and I am not a waitress, and waiter, but that's fantastic. Flatbread, we got the ribeye, and we got wings on the way too.
Awesome. Wings.
Nice.
So, as you said, it was funny during the Tatnall George Walton game, you had a lot of fans spilling over on that top right, we'll call it first base side of the stadium, looking at what's going on that if game field. That kind of changed a few years ago when most of these high schools went to the model of double elimination instead of series. So before, you just had teams playing a 3-game series against each other, and then it just kind of moved on in a tournament style, but a 3-game series tournament style. Now you've got the double elimination, and it's really exciting because you could have you could even have 3 games going on at one time if you have the right circumstances where games, like you said, are marathon, and you've got to play an if game over here, and then you've got another game going on in the championship stadium. You could have 3 games going on at the same time. So it's a really cool atmosphere, especially as you go on in the day on Saturday. But you need to experience it. If you can't get out in person, you need to experience it live on GIAA.tv.
Yeah, it's an incredible experience. And by the way, we do have a local team that's in at Calvary Christian out of Columbus.
And they're the 1 seed.
They are the 1 seed. They're playing
4A.
Stratford Academy.
Yeah.
And we also have Westfield School in it. I mean,
Westfield's going for their 9th in a row.
That's crazy.
In AAA.
Crazy.
That is crazy. And how about this? Not only do they go for their 9th in a row, they start off in a rematch of last year's finals in Game 1 against Piedmont.
Piedmont is the 8th seed.
And Piedmont is no slouch, so that's going to be great softball throughout.
That's going to be tough. And then Calvary might end up facing Tatnall, the defending champions, in the second round. I cannot wait. All 4 classifications, 32 teams. I mean, we've seen they were already in town. I mean, I'm just glad Columbus is.
Are those the wings?
The wings. There we go.
What kind of wings are these?
These are Thai wings.
Thai wings. They look amazing. Are you going to take a bite? You going to do that on camera?
Wow. A lot of flavor.
Of course he is.
That shows you how much confidence Thrift has to eat.
He's got confidence.
Houlihan's, it's a place to be.
What if it was spicy?
Back to Bretton Bridge.
Thrift, it could have been really spicy. Wow, that takes some courage because that could have had siracha in it.
You got to dip it in the ranch, I think.
You got to dip it in the ranch. But man, imagine that. But no, Columbus is a great host. We appreciate that the GIAA allows Columbus to do basketball. We're now doing softball. We just did baseball at Synovus Park.
Baseball was cool, man. The only thing that was wrong with baseball was the weather. But honestly, it seems like every time we do baseball, weather's always an issue.
Weather's always going to be
in that late May, early June time frame. But what an outstanding facility that Columbus has over here with the Clingstones playing there. And it was a lot of fun to bring that and just to experience all the ins and outs that maybe some of the fans don't get to see that we get to experience because we're doing the broadcast.
All right, Brett, before we get you out of here, I do want to say I do appreciate getting to know you the last 2 years. You've been the ultimate producer, just talking to us, between breaks, just really keeping us honest and really doing a great job of the production. But my final thing to you is when you talk about the passion, and you are also a teacher, like teaching other people that are underneath you to how to run a camera, how to do OBS, which is the operating system that calls these games. Like, what's your message to these younger broadcasters that want to do what we do? Because you've been doing it for so long, but that next generation of broadcasters, I was talking to Braden, young guy, just graduated high school, but he's already set. I mean, he's got it down, and he's been part of our team. But just talk about, like, what's your message to those young broadcasters that want to do what we do?
I would just say, if you want to do anything in broadcasting, anything to do with streaming, go and just immerse yourself in what's out there online and just try many different things as you can. Keep it simple at first. You don't want to overextend yourself, because there's a lot that you can, money wise, that you can get into to try to make your stream better. But I always feel like if you take care of the fundamentals and you add different elements and different new things, and that's what I've tried to do over the years. And you can ask my buddy Kenny, who I started Middle Georgia Sports Network with. Start with the basics, make sure that is ready to go, and then add new elements, add new things that you can do each year to try to improve or bring a different feature to the broadcast. That's my advice, and I always tell Tony, I always tell Braden, and anybody that I'm doing a stream for, my number one goal when I come on site is to get camera one set up, because then I know I can do a broadcast.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
then once I get that set up and ready to go, and I know I can do a broadcast, and I know I got mics in my audio, then I can start really venturing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But take care of the basics first, and then everything else just kind of falls into place.
He's Brett Taylor, part of the GIAA and Middle Georgia Sports Network. Brett, thank you so much for being on the Georgia Alabama
Absolutely.
Sports Live.
You're going to
show.
get a little bit of whatever the Thai wing sauce was that thrift through on my finger.
I'm going to definitely dig into these foods at the next commercial break. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more Georgia Alabama Sports Live show live from Houlihan's Restaurant and Bar here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For work or play, it's Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Silverado and Colorado's ready to roll for Chevy Truck Month. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Test drive the mid-size Chevy Colorados. Big performance and big discounts up to $5,000 off. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready.
And great times. With 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree.
Accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go.
Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. I just took a bite of those wings.
Oh,
wow.
So good. But they could have been hot.
Some spice.
A little bit, right?
And I'm choking. I need some water right now. I'm literally choking on the spice, but it was good. Houlihan's is a place to be. We dropped the Houlihan's Highlight Week rankings. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got Hardaway Jordan football. We got several flag football games. We got a volleyball area tournament on Friday. We got 4 football games, really 5. Brookstone, Westfield, Brett Taylor will be simulcasting. Then we'll also be having Pike Grove, Russell County Region Championship, Glenwood Lee Scott Region Championship. We got Turner County Pacelli Homecoming, and we also got Central Care at Harris County, all on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and then we'll be covering the GIAA softball tournament. Busy next couple of days for sure, Rich.
Yeah, and I will be at the Beck Center, the new Beck Center studio, giving the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show, some of the other games from around the area. How about Columbus and Kendrick? They're facing off. Shaw is facing off against Spencer, and we also have Carver's on a bye, and Northside taking on Stars Mill tomorrow as well.
How about that, Rich? Well, thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate it, everyone that's tuning in. Shout out to Natalie Vega out there. I know you're watching, baby. Love you. And we appreciate everyone's support. Thank you to Stacey Holdridge.
Stacey,
We got to shout out our loved one, Tan. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.